Quickly, I wanted to show you a work of art that's happened in the last few years that I think is really exciting. It's a great way to see creativity and kind of a showcase. It's an example of putting art where we don't usually expect it. And I like to start with this picture right here. Obviously, it's the moon and the Earth and the spaceship there. But if you look carefully, this actually is an introduction to, guess what? Yes, the Google search engine. And a few years ago, they started putting artwork there, and this was such an excellent example. If you can't see it, this is G-O-O. That's the lowercase g, and those footsteps make the L to the rocket ship, and then that's the E. Very subtle, but kind of a cool work of art. It's been going on for about 8 years now, and they've just come up with all kinds of creative ideas for different holidays. Obviously, this is Thanksgiving, and basically you take the blue, red, yellow, blue, green, red of their logo, and they have fun with that. And sometimes they match it exactly, sometimes they don't. Here's some examples that you might like. I don't know if you recognize a few of those artists. One of the things that they're called Droodles, by the way. Those when the Google changes their name here and adds something that might be I don't know what, Apple Day or whatever that is, or they just want to celebrate apples for whatever reason. This is a kind of a fun one down here. On Halloween one year, all the artists work for Google, and there's like 6 or 8 of them now that work full-time. That's their full-time job, is to come up with those Droodles. And here they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 huge pumpkins. Spent the day carving it, and just a fast-forward camera that took 1 second, 1 minute to take a photograph. And at the end of the day, this is what they had. Kind of clever little Halloween thing that they actually carved themselves. Sometimes they plant plants. This is kind of fun. This happened on Earth Day. I missed what year it was, and you just got to see the plants grow. And it seems like there's no shortage of, isn't that beautiful? Of creative ideas that they can come up with, and we see it all the time. This is what I like to call the made-up holiday of Pi Day, March 14th. Your teacher might do something on March 13th. All of this has to do with the concept of pi. And obviously an American 4th of July one. Here is some sort of techie thing. A lot of them, believe it or not, you don't even see. This one was never shown in the United States. Just like we're going to see a few in a minute with Martin Luther King. Well, people in China don't know who Martin Luther King is. So this is just an example of a Chinese holiday. I think it's called Grandparents' Day or something like that. Once again, can you see the G? And notice the colors of their shirts. O, and G. The tree is the L, and the cat makes the E. Very subtle, but it's there, and that's what's the cool thing about it. And I think the creative thing about it is that you can just be, whatever you want to be. Here's some artists here. American Gothic, you might recognize that. Anybody know who that is? Come on, they should. Mary Cassatt. Here is, I heard it, Picasso. Very good. And here's Van Gogh, and that's Keith Haring, you may not know, and this is Andy Warhol. So most of those are tables that I have here anymore. Here are the Martin Luther King ones, and I don't even have this year's, but every year they do one for Martin Luther King, and they just do an amazing job at being very creative with that. Sometimes it's kind of professional and looking, and sometimes it's just illustrative, but always cool. Here are some excellent examples of just being creative and doing themes. You can do a theme. You can do a just all kinds of ideas, and so it can be very subtle like this one, or it can be really obvious like this one, adding to it. And let me go ahead and show you what I have here, and this is a really easy, fun way for us to do this. Basically what I have for you here is, it's really quite simple. I have these boards, and they have the Google printed on them. And you're going to get one of the printing papers, because remember, just like our superhero projects, you can see through those really easily. And you lay this on top here, and you could trace that G exactly the way it is, or you could add some new ideas to them. You could change the O's and so forth, and color it in. Now, what I'm looking for in coloring is really good job coloring. Like, here's an excellent job coloring. Someone thought it was funny that Google was watching you. You can be super creative with ideas like this, or you could come up with some sort of theme to go with it, or this is school supplies. Pick some sort of theme, have fun with it, color excellent, and basically have fun.